Greetings, aspirants. Welcome to CIVILNEST Academy. So, in the Transcending Prelims module, we are to take up the 8th standard Ncert geography. Okay, in this class, we'll be dealing with the social science, resource and development. Okay, so the 8th standard book. Okay, right. So, how to read and how to approach the 8th standard resources and development. Okay, that is Ncert geography. For the UPSC. Okay, right. So, acknowledgement and all. Okay, content. Okay. So, we have got 6 chapters. We have got 6 chapters, and the chapter number 1, resources. Chapter number 2, land, soil, water, natural vegetation, and wildlife resources. Chapter 3, mineral and power resources. Chapter 4, agriculture. Chapter 5, industries, and chapter 6, human resources. Okay, right. So, we are to see one by one. Okay, and the majority of the questions and the current affairs related geography questions will be from this area. Okay, earlier we have seen the landforms. Okay, so where landforms are very basic and very static. Okay, so nothing, I mean, only the places that appears in the news with respect to landforms are very little bit or very few, we can say. Okay, but these things are very dynamic. Resources will be found, okay, now and then, and each and every government around the world is taking up minerals and simply mining them and exporting and importing the minerals. And India is also signing some minerals. I mean, to get some memorandum of understanding with the minerals. Memorandum of understanding means it's an agreement. Okay, officially called it as an agreement. Okay. All right. And in case of land, soil, water, natural vegetation, wildlife resources, Government of India is implementing some land related schemes and soil wealth scheme, soil health card and all. Okay. So it is more related to agriculture, though the second and fourth chapter is related. Okay. And chapter 3, mineral and power resources, which are very dynamic in nature. Okay. So India is constantly growing and the population is growing up. Number of people are getting added to the Indian population data every day. So the resources we need to, the minerals and the resources we need to apportion and rationalized, apportioned and rationed to all the people. So that is also a dynamic data involving it. So current affairs with related to chapter number 3, minerals and power resources are also come into picture. Okay. Then the chapter number 5, industries. Okay, industries are bringing some production and adding the GDP to the nation. And whenever a country is industrialized, it is moving towards the progress pathway. Okay, so industries will be the engine for growth of any nation. Okay, the industrialization process that simply paved the way for the faster development across the globe. Okay, majorly in the Europe. Okay, so that is also a very dynamic topic, and we need to know the indices of industrial production in economy. Okay, economy. Okay. Then chapter number 6, it's related to the human resource. Human resource means how the human can be converted into resource. We are all born as a human being. Okay, Homo sapiens. But the Homo sapiens, how the Homo sapiens that are turned into the very useful to the society. Okay, so that is called human resources. By educating them, by making awareness to them regarding diseases and preventive measures, and giving education in various fields like artificial intelligence, and making them doctors and engineers to fulfill the need of the society. Okay, so that is called human resource. Okay, as a UPSC aspirant, you people are all human resource. Okay, so you are all reading and you are getting know and you are benefiting the society at one day. Okay, after attending this transcending prelims class also is just skilling up you. Okay, our transcending prelims is skilling up to find out, to reduce the preparation time and to pick up the NCERT easily and apply the NCERT information easily and get through the prelims. So you are all skilling up. Okay, so I am literally making you the human resource. Okay, you are all becoming the human resource day by day by listening and learning the topics. Okay, right. So we see one by one how to approach the NCERT. Okay, for UPSC. Resource. See, what is a resource? Okay, anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource. Okay, the need, some need arises. So to fulfill the need, we use something. So that something is called a resource. Okay, right. So for example, the water you drink when you are thirsty, the electricity you use in your house, the rickshaw you use to get home from school, the textbook you use to study are all resources. Okay, your father has prepared a tasty snack for you. A fresh vegetable he has used are also a resource. Okay, remember. So water, rickshaw, vegetable, textbook, something common. They have all been used by you. So they have utility. Utility or usability is what makes an object or substance a resource. So it should be having some benefit. Okay, right. So utility, its use or utility gives the value. All resources have some value. Okay. So value means the value system in ethics, that is different. Here it is a numerical value. Okay, right. Value means worth, whether it is worth or not, that is value. Some resources have economic value, some do not. For example, metals may have an economic value, a beautiful landscape may not. But both are important and satisfy the human needs. So you should not see everything as a value. You should not see everything as a monetary value. Okay, so that cannot be compensated. So some values cannot be compensated. Okay, right, let it be. So here in a box information pattern they have given, it means a pattern means an exclusive right over any idea or invention, that is called patent rights. Okay, right. Okay. So glossary, that is technology. It is application of latest knowledge and skill in doing and making things. Remember, technology is nothing but the science and technology. The two terms that we use interchangeably, both science and technology. Remember, science is a static one. It simply teaches us how an object works or what the object be. So that is called science. Technology is nothing but we are doing some activities. For example, we started walking when we turned into Homo sapiens. Okay, we started a ambivalent walk, that is using the two legs we started walking. Okay, and for walking, and I mean we kept on walking and we are crossing some distances, some 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 5 kilometer. Okay, and all. Okay, this is a very, I mean, human being in a natural way he is walking, but to make this process easy, we have invented the aeroplane or we have invented our bike. Okay, we are using, if you are using the bike means it is easy for us to reach some places. We can go by walk also, but the technology, the manufacturing of bikes, okay, and the riding the bike have eased our process. So what are the things that are used for making your life easy is known as the technology. Okay, even for example, you are instead of using your hand, if you are using any material that can hold water inside, it is also a technology. Don't think the technology denotes only the electric and electronic and internet things are technology. Okay, So by definition, what are all the things that are making your life easy, okay, is known as the technology. Okay, right, let it be. And types of resources they have given. Okay, so one is called natural resources. Okay, so resources that are drawn from the nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. The air we breathe is a resource. The water in our rivers and lakes, the soils, minerals are all the natural resources. Many of the resources are free gift of nature and can be used directly. Okay, these are all the resources. Okay. So in some cases, tools and technology may be needed to use a natural resource in the best possible way. Okay. One is renewable, and natural resources can be broadly into renewable and non-renewable sources. Okay, renewable sources are which can be replenished quickly. For example, water. Water, if you drink, means the river will bring the water to you. Okay, it's a very cyclic one. Okay, such as solar, wind energy. Okay, they can be renewable. Water, soil, forest can affect their lifestyle. Water seems to be unlimited. Water seems to be an unlimited renewable resource. But the shortage and drying up of natural water sources is a major problem in many parts of the world today. Okay, now you come to know water seems to be the unlimited renewable source. So renewable source only. Don't think that after draining of the lake will exhaust the water in the lake, and so it is getting over. For example, whenever a lake is opened or simply broken, when the banks of the lake is broken and all the water is drained out, by the time don't think that the water is over, there is no single drop of water is left with the lake, and it is a non-renewable source. Don't say like that. Okay, the rain will fall and the rain will come and the rain will bring the water, and water will accumulate in the lake in the next year or the next rain. So okay, so water is the renewable source. Okay, then non-renewable source. Non-renewable source will be getting over by some time. Okay, okay, let's see. So coal, petroleum and natural gas are some examples. These resources are non-renewable. Once the coal is over means that's it. Okay, and petroleum and natural gas is over and there is no natural gas left with the earth means yes, the natural gas resource is over. Okay, that means over. Okay, right. Remember, stock of resource. What is a stock of resource? Means it is the amount of resources available for use. Okay, how much amount are put into use, that is known as the stock or resource. Okay, right. I can give you some example. For example, we have got subterranean oil resources. We have got the oil resources. For example, fossil fuels, petroleum. It is inside the ground. Okay, and some petroleum are extracted and processed and simply filtrated, and they have segregated into diesel, petrol, kerosene in a separate tanks. Say for example, some 1 lakh liter of kerosene is stored in a tank. Okay, and out of 1 lakh, only 10,000 liters of kerosene is distributed for the public. Remaining 90,000 are as a stock. Okay, so we have three type of kerosene. One is usable form is in the home, and that comes at the 10,000 liters, and the 90,000 liters is in the form of stock. Okay, and the remaining kerosene are in the under the ground. That is not at extracted. Okay, so what is under the ground is the resource. What is above the ground in the tank is called the stock, and what is in the usable form is the usable utility one, that is kerosene. Okay, you realize it, right? So stock of resource is the amount of resource available for use. Okay, right. Then human made resources. Technology is also a human-made resources. Buildings, bridges, roads, machinery, and vehicles. These are all the human-made resources. Okay. So people like us use natural resources to make human-made resources. Okay, right. What is human resource? They have given the definition that it is very useful for writing the mains society paper. Okay, right. Humans are there, so one cannot deny the fact that it is the skill of the human that help in transferring the physical material into the valuable resource. Okay, right. Human resource. So here is a plant botanist. Crops ruined due to drought. Can I find a solution? Yes, that's it. Okay, it's all thanks to the knowledge, education, and skill we could find a solution. Okay, see, this lady is simply bringing the solution to the villagers. Okay, this kind of image been given. Humans are interdependent on each other. Farmers provide the food grains for everyone. Scientists suggest various means to combat problems related to the agriculture and improve the farm production. Okay, right. Right. What is development? Human resource development. Improving the quality of people's skills so that they are able to create more resources is known as the human resource development. What I am making you and you people are listening into the transcending prelims class is also a part of the human resource development. You people are now skilled up enough to clear the prelims, and through which you will be clearing the mains and interview stages, and you will be serving the people and building the nation. Okay, so you people are getting enriched every day. So you all are in the process of human resource development. Okay, all right. So conserving resources. Yes, we need to conserve the resource. We should not use the resources unnecessarily, and we should not let the resource to go waste. Okay, right. So using the resources carefully and giving them the time to get renewed is called the resource conservation. Balancing the need to use the resource and also conserve them for the future is called sustainable development. The word sustainable development will be long lasting as the word itself, as the meaning of the word sustainable development, and it will sustain you in the UPSC, and it will develop you in the UPSC, and throughout your career it will follow in a sustainable manner. Okay, so don't let the word sustainable development to go out of your mind. Okay, keep it in your mind. So sustainable development, carefully utilizing the resources so that besides meeting a requirement of the present, also takes care of the future generations. For example, you all might have heard the goose and egg story. A goose will be laying down the golden eggs. Okay, so daily it will be laying the golden eggs. Okay, so one greedy person looked at this and wanted to open up bisect the abdomen of the goose and to take out all the golden eggs. But at last he was disappointed because on opening the abdomen, on opening the stomach of the goose, okay, he found only the one golden egg, and the goose also died. Okay, so he lost everything. So sustainable development means, for example, if you are using the river water, we should not pollute it. Okay, whatever the resource that we are using, we should not waste it. For example, if you happen to visit any hotel and you are just opening up the tap to wash your hands, okay, you are simply if you are using the too much of water than it is needed, that is amount to you are not following the sustainable, you are not following the principles of sustainable development. Okay, we should keep we should use the resources, but the same way we should be keeping them for the future generations. So how can we do that? Simply use as it is needed to you, only needed. Okay, don't say that, sir, I need this much, I need that much. Don't say. It is for your survival. Okay, right. Okay. Some principles of sustainable development is a very important for attending the GS4 paper in mains. Respect and care for all form of life, plant and animal. Okay. Improve the quality of human life. Conserve the earth vitality and diversity. Minimize the depletion of natural resources. Change the personal attitude and practices towards the environment. Enable the communities to care for their own environment. So just know these principles and you can simply take the printout of this and simply paste it against the wall. Okay, that will change your life entirely. Okay, right, let it be. So with this, the first lesson come to end. Okay, right. So here we come to know that is a resource, what is a resource and what is sustainable development, and conserving the resources, what are all the renewable, non-renewable resources and all. Okay, and we have seen the examples of renewable and non-renewable and all. Okay, and we have seen what is human resource. So whenever you are learning something, you are enriching enriching yourself, and that is amount to the human resource. Okay, instead of sitting idle and using the time other than your goals, other than for your goals. If you read your book and you can reach your goal easily. Your goal is to clear the prelims and get into the service in the top, the two in the top rank list, means you can do anything. The constitution has provided. Okay, you can do anything in the 24 hours. We have ample amount of liberty compared to the other countries. But the thing is, what you are valuing for your life. So what you primarily look for to grow up. Okay, means you should not spend your time in the activities that are not meant for your goals. You should not be spending, you should not be wasting your time other than your goals. Okay, whatever you do, and ensure that activities should be supporting you to reach the goal. So if you do that, then that is the right thing. When it becomes wrong, means it is not necessarily not necessarily needed for to reach out the goal. Okay, for example, if you keep on worrying about yourself, means you are away from your goal. Okay, if you start working upon your NCERT, that is you are towards your goal. That's it. Simple, very simple. Okay, what is right, what is wrong, means it depends vary from person to person. But how can we find out the right or wrong, means depending upon the goals. Okay, if you have the goal and you are doing something, it should be supporting to reach your goal. So then that activity will be right. That's it. Okay. So with this, I am just concluding the lesson 1 of the 8th standard NCERT. Okay, right. So we'll be seeing you in the next chapter number 2. Okay, right. Thank you.